remember this. This is the 1988 Tempstar. And the fan has seized. So I will be replacing the fan. I woke up one Friday morning to a hot house. It froze up in the middle of the night. I came home that day, oiled it. It was stiff. I spun it. I was able to get it running again. Locked up 2 hours later. Oiled it again, ran for 6 hours, and it locked up again. And the motor actually got so hot, I will show it blackened the nameplate label on it. So I cleaned it up. I ordered a fan motor, just got here today, so we're going to be replacing it. Now I think it overheated and it really got stiffened up, but this is what it's doing. It's somewhat free, but it's still kind of stiff. My only concern is getting the blade off. But let's try to get this over here. Okay, so first thing I'm going to try to do is, while it's still on there, I want to try pulling the fan blades off. Sweet. Required very minimal effort. That was one of my fears, was that being stuck on there. Now let's get this motor off of the top housing here. Okay, the motor is off. We're removing those 4 bolts. There's the original motor from 1988. Wasn't lack of lubrication at all, because I kept it oiled since I got the house, which was 3 years ago. But this shaft is very stiff. And how hot did it get? Well, look at that label. That's not dirt. And let's see. That's the back. So, hardware. Now, for the new components. This is the new motor. They're not cheap. 190 bucks. But the one side I got it from also gives you a new capacitor too. This capacitor is much smaller than the existing one, and I'll have to demonstrate that. I'll have to figure a way to properly mount this in the cabinet. Probably use cable ties. Then as you see, that one was a Magnetech. I guess that's how you say that one, or magnetic. I don't know how you say it, but here's the new motor. It's funny, they have the same exact model number. 2 different... Oh, duh, right there. Never mind. Universal Electric, because that's also a Universal Electric motor. Never mind my statement right there. Now I know. So it's the same exact motor, just newer, and it has oil ports. The thing that's weird is this jumper here allows you to make it go clockwise or counterclockwise, but I just find it weird it's external like that. But it's for air conditioner use, so what the hey. Okay, new motor mounted. Now I'm going to clean the fan blade up a little bit more and I'll stick it back on. Okay, fan blade back on. Now we can see how smooth it spins. Yep, definitely lots of spin down time on that. Now the next thing to do is make sure the rotation is correct before I take it out. Alright. Wait, I'm looking at this at the wrong angle here. And upside down. Okay. It says... Okay, well first let me determine which way it goes. It's already set for counterclockwise rotation from the factory. So it's good to go. I'm going to take it up now. Okay, this is a multi-section capacitor. big thing right here. Because I didn't get a chance to look at it. On here you can see once I labeled C, one goes to F, one goes to the fan motor, one goes to the compressor. So it's a multi-section cap. So hopefully that capacitor's still good. Obviously the compressor still worked. So got my new wiring in. I'm going to put the cover on, tidy it up, test it. I'm going to clean off my coils, and I need to get a fin comb. That was like it when I bought the house. Actually, I already ordered one. It'll be here. I'll straighten that out, and hopefully this will be like new again. Alright, now to go fire it up, see what happens. It's not hot, it's 100% humidity, it's terrible. Let's see what happens. Cools on. I'll go outside and check it. It's spinning the right direction now. Sounds healthy. Fasten it up, and then I'll try to clean the coils and call it a day. 56.3 degrees in the vent, and the ambient in the house is 80, so I think it's working just fine. There we go. So yeah, upstairs it's about 80 degrees with near 100% humidity as it cools down, so the furnace is working just fine. It be fixed. In the meantime, while I have some downtime with this, I took the furnace blower out. I did this once already, but I didn't take it fully out. I just had a vacuum and an air compressor. Blow out the furnace blower and oil it and stick it back in. Alright, here's the furnace blower out of the furnace. Not too bad. A little bit of dirt, still free spinning. I'll oil it, clean that out. It's an Emerson motor. Yeah, hardly any dirt came out of it from last time I cleaned it. So that's good. The only problem about it being in the furnace like it was, I was able to get that bearing no problem, but not the front one. So I'm going to try lubricating both of them with my Zoom spout oil. I'll clean up the cabinet with some Simple Green, and I'll clean up in there, put it back in, clean my furnace filter since it's a washable kind. And tomorrow comes the new motor to put in the condenser unit outside. Okay, there it is, all cleaned up and lubricated. Just a quick cleanup of some Simple Green. The last time I tried maintenancing it, I did it while everything was hooked up in the furnace. I had a hard time getting to the front bearing, and I don't know if I got a lot of oil in it or what, but the front bearing obviously needed oil, because now, this is what it does now. Observe how I spun it before versus now. I mean, it might not seem much, but it's actually spinning longer now and easier. So, got the rear bearing good, but the front one needed it bad. So, that was a success. Now to clean up in there and put this back in. Okay, clean the furnace out. Oops, a little bit of debris in there I missed. Okay, time to put the blower back in. Well, we're all back together again. Has that door switch in there I don't feel like bypassing. I got the fan up, switch on the thermostat set to on. So I'm going to turn on and let's see how this thing sounds now. Sounded a little different.